Good afternoon. Welcome to today's stream. As you can see, I'm still setting up here. I hope you are doing well. We are taking a look at the Class 90, which if you've seen my video, you sort of know where my feelings are towards it. But I'm willing to give it another go, see what another go with it will be like, see what another experience with it will be like. Dragon, welcome. There is always bugs, new release says on TSW. I'm sure HSD's will fix the main issues quickly. Things don't usually get fixed quickly, so your optimism is nice. Not realistic though, I don't think. We hope that they'll be fixed quickly. It would be nice if they get fixed quickly. But I'm holding my breath for that to be the case. King, how you doing? Alan Thompson sent out a video earlier. Honestly, DCG needs to do better. What was the video that Alan Thompson sent out earlier? I don't have any idea about it. ASR, how's the BL147? Well, I put my video out about it, and I'm free to continue making content on it. It's an unbelievable situation, if you want me to talk on the situation itself. Just wild. But all these issues that we've seen across this entire month with like cancellations of DLCs being pushed back, preview streams being cancelled, preview streams being pushed back, embargoes a bit all over the place. You keep if you have a rubber band, you can keep stretching it, and it will be longer and longer. However, there's a time when it will snap. There's a time when the tension will be a bit too much on it. And I think that's what's been happening here. Pushing to get so many releases out. I've got a video coming, by the way. I've just finished writing the script. I'm going to talk about March and TSW in March. Hopefully that comes out tomorrow. But it's like what else did we expect? You know, what else do you expect in a situation like this? You can only push so much with the resources on hand. After 2 years of German news, bro, that I'm not gonna lie, that news means nothing to me personally, man. That news means absolutely nothing to me personally, because yeah, it's nice that, you know, there's an update of some sort. It's not it's not meaningful for us. Wait, well, how long has it been now since they first announced it? 3 years or so. And since it's been announced, all they can show us at the moment in all that time is 3D models of one of the trains. Come on, man. So maybe in another 3 years, maybe they'll be able to show us the train completed. Maybe 3 years after that, then they can show us the first bits of track that they've laid out. Then maybe 3 years later, in 2040 at this point, maybe then they can show us a more complete product and say that it's in testing. Come on, man. That means it's being worked on. Well, one would have hoped so. It would be common kind of like respect and decorum that if it was cancelled, they would have, made mention of it. But if somebody's doing it on, in the free time they have in the week on a Saturday afternoon, it's better just to, I don't know. It just doesn't make a difference for me personally. Project was halted for a long time. Did they say that it was halted for a long time? 2025, I think they didn't even touch German content. 2024, not much either. They should communicate that though. I don't understand how they quality control these releases. They don't quality control on console at all. It's sad. Yeah. For me, I've always said, like, generally in life, actions speak louder than words. So, we can hear that it's being tested. We can hear that this is happening, that is happening, whatever. For me, from a customer point of view, when I have the product in my hand, that would tell me how it's come to fruition. That will tell me what was done, the process that was done to have it in my hands. Not someone saying they did this and did this and did that. Hello, Fab. He did an announcement which I really like. Some developers just leave it. Okay, I will probably check it out then at some point. Yeah, I've been I woke up. I woke up at about 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. this afternoon. Um, had something to eat, and then I've just been writing a script, and preparing a video since then. So I haven't looked at anything. I even just checked my Discord just before going live. I can't run the 90 safety systems on. Dragon, do you mean like you just can't play it because of the issue with pressing the acknowledge key for the alerter, or do you mean that you can't move the train with the safety systems on? I've been waiting all day for you to go like, oh, thank you, Fab. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't do 2 streams anymore, man. I'm like super busy now. With the twins. I do the night shift. I sleep at like 7 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. Wake up at like 2-3 p.m. Yeah, my day's just very like. They said they focus on Rog DLCs and EA release only at some points. So there's just not enough people. So that's basically what I was saying. Then there's just not enough people to separate teams to work on different things. Bonjour, Jackson. How you doing, boss? Good to see you, my man. Thank you for coming along. CD160 was also announced long ago. Yeah, I remember you saying that, ASR. Yeah, it's on his YouTube. Funny release. Night shift. Well, I basically take care of the twins. Newborn twins. They're constantly waking up in the night. Yeah, a lot of work. Can't turn it off on controller. Yeah, you need to manually press it. That's one of the bugs on this train. You need to actually like look down with your analog sticks to the button and press it. You can't do the shortcut with the circle key or the B key if you're an Xbox. I also got a Medway line today. I must say it's the best route in TSW. Yeah, it's an absolute banger, Fab. Absolute banger. There's not many routes that I would say are worth full price. That one's one of them. Many Adnans, yeah. Just woke up, Jackson. I'm doing good, thank you, my man. I'm doing good. Hope you had a good rest. Keep in mind, main thing is the routes. I do wonder what state is the route itself, not the rolling stock. That is true, ASR. I'm expecting it to be at least minimum the quality of Poland. I wouldn't have an issue with that, but I guess we'll see when it comes. If I don't have a grey beard by that time. Congratulations, thank you, Dragon. Appreciate you. Not quick enough. That was what I said in my video. You have to like say like you're driving and you see a yellow, for example. You have to like look down to find it before you get to it, and then for DSD, I don't know. You have to count 30 seconds. So you know when it's coming, or just don't drive with it at all. Very poor. Very, very, very poor, man. I can't believe it, personally, man. I need to see what Alan Thompson has said in his video. I can't really say much more. But the fact that it's just released like this is bad enough. Whatever happens from this point, if it gets fixed, if it doesn't, cool, whatever. Well, obviously it will be a bad thing if it doesn't get fixed, but it's just the fact that it has released this way. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Not good at all. We've got 2 DB liveried locos. Quite a long formation. You can't even see the front from the back and the back from the front. Cheeky McVitie's. Listen, if you're in the UK, this McVitie's factory, yeah, apparently somewhere around the area there's a shop. They have their own shop. McVitie's make biscuits. Beautiful, beautiful biscuits. And apparently, they sell the biscuits for very, very cheap at the shop. So, yeah, if you're ever in London and you want some cheap biscuits, some cheap quality biscuits, go to the McVitie's shop somewhere around here. Although apparently they're only open like 2 hours a day. So, go there with your boxing gloves. Another thing that I didn't talk about, this gauge is for your brake, is for the loco brake pressure, but it goes down when you release the train brakes. Even if the loco brakes are on, and then when you release the loco brakes, you hear the loco brakes, you hear the pressure go in, but the gauge doesn't move because it's already at 0. Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's set our speed set to 10, I guess, for now. And let's get moving. Trace Sim Driver rips. Trace Sim Driver rips everyone. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking Trace Sim Society. Trace Sim Driver, as in Train Simulator Driver, the other ambassador. I mean, the invest does not notice. They did say they were going to finish Metro Sim by March, and here we are. Did they say that? Interesting. Oh, here we are indeed. Some nice deliveries on Creators Club for the 90. Yeah, you know what? The Class 90 is a good base for liveries. I'm sure people are gonna have a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun with it. He said most bugs was kind of like fixed, but they put the wrong patches together to create a patch that was not supposed to be created. Huh. I mean, not like you've ever seen that before, right? He basically said sorry. The main issues are the DSD and AWS and they're working on, and the startup thing. The very interesting thing that I struggle to understand sometimes is, like, Matt had this issue. Matt had the issue very briefly on the preview stream. And there's been other issues on other streams that were, like, bugs. But it's like they just ignore it. And one thing that I miss about Sam when he used to be part of the team was that he would point out these issues. He would point out the issues and say, look, why is that happening? That's not meant to be the case. That's not right. Whereas today, it just seems like a bug will occur and it just gets ignored, almost as if like that's meant to be part of the game. Biscuits, yes, Jackson. Biscuits. Happy birthday, Dan! I'll get to you in a minute. Chocolate digestives. Chocolate digestives are the goats. But regular chocolate digestives, white chocolate digestives, or the raspberry chocolate digestives? Which one? Dragon. People are aiming most next to Alan Thompson on DG themselves. I mean, honestly, Fab, I've always said, I talk from a customer perspective. Yes, I get these products for free, but I talk from a customer perspective as someone who just has the end result. I'm not fussed about the blame game. I'm not fussed about, oh, it's this person's fault. Oh no, it's that person's fault. Oh no, it's her fault. Oh no, it's his fault. I'm just concerned about, I've got the products in my hands and it's poor. Period. Paul, Ambassador Paul. So it's always good to see, criticism from ambassadors. And not always, positive, where it doesn't really make sense to be positive. Autumn is married at last. We'll see how long this one will last. Welcome to the Discord, Fab. Welcome to the Discord. As part of that, you will now know when the streams will be, what times they'll be, what games will be played. And you're welcome to join in any of the conversations there as well. Plenty of channels. What does Matt even do to decide what games get added or not? I don't think, well, I guess there is a, like, when an idea is put forward, I think, for a route or a train, they'll have a bit of a conversation about it and see whether it's viable, whether it makes sense, whether it's what players want, whether it will sell well, and they kind of make those decisions based off that. I think when it comes to third parties, I would assume they're kind of just given free reign to just do their own thing, but I don't work there, so I can't say for sure. You're welcome, Danny boy. Enjoy your day, man. I know we spoke about it yesterday, but listen, you're alive for another year, man. Your life is valuable. Your life is meaningful. You're a positive addition to my life, and what I do. So, you're more than worthy of celebration, man. If you're gonna at least go out, have a drink, have a pint, or something nice to eat, go treat yourself, man. I'd like to see Trace of Society actually drive the drink. Are you an ambassador? Yes, I've been an ambassador for a few months now. Not long after TSW6, I became an ambassador. Carpass MOT, nice. It's so crazy that it took what it took before you got to that stage. But hey, one less thing to worry about now, man. One less thing to worry about. What do I think the best route is in TSW? Southeastern High Speed. Which is, maybe a bit strange or controversial to say with Medway Valley Line having just released. But That route with all the layers, oh, it's just a treat, man. It's just a treat, honestly. I really like it. Really, really like it. It's so varied as well. Medway Valley Line is super detailed. Like, it's better detailed than Southeastern High Speed, both in trains and in route. But it's very, like, linear. Like, there's one run that you do back and forth for the most part. There's little sections that are extra, but in like, all in all, it's like one run. Whereas Southeastern High Speed, you've got a couple different varieties. You've got more train. If you've got all the layers, you've got so much going on. It's just so cool. Very, very cool. I really like it. Not a big drinker after the last few days. I'm having a cider. Yeah, enjoy it, bro, man. Ciders are like nice and light as well, man, and they actually taste good. Like, there's not many alcoholic drinks that taste good. Cider is one of the few. So yeah, man, good choice. You think Medway? That's absolutely valid, fam. Absolutely valid, man. It's so well detailed. It's got, the train has a bloody toilet on it that works. You know, it's not just the tracks and the trains that are well detailed, although even that we should be grateful for. But like the whole route, you know, you can go for a walk around, you can go for a flyer under the camera, and you just see the detail in everything, man. Everything. Don't like beer? Beer's okay. Let me not speak about beer because people get upset when I speak about beer, but beer's rank. Then my Guinness has to be judged. I've only had Guinness and Guinness Punch, and I really enjoyed Guinness Punch. But I think I did actually taste a bit of Guinness because I was curious. I always thought I wouldn't like it, but I wanted to try it anyway to know for sure while we were making the punch. And it wasn't like terrible. Maybe it's because I just had a little bit in that instance, but I don't think it was too bad. The American meat says Morristown is best. I've always been a fan of West Coast Mainland South before the 805 came. You know what? Morristown is like another really well detailed route. I love the preview stream and the passion that the devs were talking about it with on there. I'm annoyed because of a bug with a scenario on that stream, on that route. I think there were a couple of issues I had with that route that annoyed me, but in terms of like details, really well detailed, decent timetable as well. It's like one of the few like really good US routes. And obviously being American, I can understand why the bias, naturally would be there. But it's like, it's a bias that makes sense. It's not like, it's sensible. It's sensible. Just got it today and it runs way better than the routes. Have so much less. Yeah, they really focus on optimization for that one, and it shows. Even if you're on like a Series S console, Xbox Series S, it's just super smooth, barely any blurry textures. It's incredible. It's incredible. Hopefully, what they've done with optimization can be carried not just into future routes, but also backported into older routes. That would be a game changer for the entire game, honestly. I bought it on timetable. You don't see another Class 90 running, only the yard for me. I had that in the scenarios, and in the couple of runs that I did, Dragon. I was shocked because I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's like the loco. It's the whole timetable was for the loco. You would think they would try and spruce it up a little bit with more of the loco, but there's not. It's so strange, man. So strange. And we won't even go on to the topic of another timetable for West Coast Mainland South. I think I'd like whiskey and rum, but I don't want to take that step. Rum, I'm cool with rum when it's mixed quite nicely. Whiskey's just, you might as well just drink a piss. You have the experience there. Omar, glad I didn't buy this DLC considering the bug of the safety systems and not being included in the 803 timetable. I'll wait for a sale. Maybe by then the Class 90 will be on Mac timetable. Yeah. Valid. Everything you said was valid. I don't even have anything to add. Everything you said was completely valid. Also, I spoke to the guy. The RAM speeds are 3200 megahertz, but I could be 50 quid more for 3600 megahertz. Is that worth it? Like I said yesterday with the GPU, if you're spending big bucks already, Fab, you might as well add the little costs here and there, so that you have a system that you don't need to worry about for years. Like what I've built, my one, I spent a bit of money on it, yes, but I haven't needed to touch it for 3 years now or so, and I'm not fussed about upgrading it this year. I don't think I'm going to want to do it next year. So for at least 5 years, I'm very happy with it. I don't need to invest any more in it. I don't need to worry about upgrades. I don't need to worry about anything being outdated. So yeah, I think in terms of like something like this, it's always worth putting in a little bit extra for that future peace of mind. Hello, Doppler. Save game is broken. It spams driver assist. I'm not surprised. Save game is broken as it is. You mix the save game with this logo. It's a hell of a storm. Free Roman London Underground. London Overground, sorry, Class 90 with delay is nice. Well, I mean, you get the London Overground on the regular timetable. You don't get any 710s, which is annoying. But you do get this. Sorry, you don't get any 378s. What's the 378s? Yeah, you don't get any 378s, but you get the 710s. Glad that I brought Medway Valley. Superb quality of 375, almost like an expert loco. Yeah. I think the thing that's going to stick out to most people, especially on console, is the performance. Like, it's a banger of a route in terms of attention to detail. I described it in my video about it when I was giving my thoughts as you've taken like a cab ride video from YouTube and you've just put like a TSW filter on it. That's what it's like. It's not like it resembles the real life counterpart. It's like you're driving the real life counterpart, which is very unique. Like no other DLC I've experienced does that. The Czech route probably comes super close, but yeah, no other route does that, man. Spice Rum Ice Coat Climb. Oh yeah. See that on a nice summer's afternoon, you're on for a winner. He said this was the beginning of the 90, and the 90 will be added onto more timetables, but more. Is it? He also explained how he isn't leaving the train there. Where's the calm? Yeah, I think on the preview stream he like kind of hinted towards, you know, maybe a 91, maybe some passenger variants. I've got no doubt about Alan Thompson. The Manchester Airport commuter was a sweet route. Nice detail. Had some issues at launch, but I think they've been ironed out now. So I'd like to think that this is just a bit of an outlier. We haven't seen too much from him, of course, so it's still early days. But yeah, I am hopeful for the future of this loco. That's why my video is titled "Don't Buy It Yet." I'm hopeful that it will improve and it will be one of the best in the game. If I'm being completely honest, dare I say, feel free to hold me to that. Just right now, it's a bit shaky. Amazees, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. Hope you've been keeping yourself well and healthy. Can I run Medway Valley Line? You can run Medway Valley Line on a Nintendo 64, I think, mate, if you really wanted to, Doppler. Yes, you can run it on Nintendo 60. At 1080, medium to low settings, probably, if you're going to be realistic. But you should be able to run it one way or another. Can't guarantee good performance. I don't know what else the system has, but you'll be able to run it. Just seen ATS's update video recording the 90. I'll hold off buying this until the patch is released on Steam. Yeah, I've heard about it, Amaze. I haven't seen it myself, so I don't know what he said exactly. I'm going to watch it myself after this. But I've been hearing behind the scenes anyway that yeah, there is something going on with the wrong patch and yada yada yada. At the end of the day, mate, ultimately, my thing is, what do I have in front of me right now? At any given time, what do I have in front of me? That's what I'll pass my judgment on. So even if it comes to the, oh, blame this person, blame that person, blame him, blame her, that's not my problem. From a customer point of view, here's what I have. It either works well or it doesn't. If it doesn't work well, I'm going to complain. If it works well, fantastic. As for politics, not my problem. I'm a fan of ATS, I don't think the issue is fully on them. Honestly, going off history, it's not the first time that third parties have had their releases messed up by a fault that's not their own. However, the nature of a partnership is such that you're going to take a bit of blowback from something that may not be your fault. So ultimately, whoever's actually at fault should take the slack, but it's not for us from a customer perspective to figure that out, you know. um that might sound fair, it might not sound fair. I understand both ways, but I think that's where I sit with that. That's good to hear, Amaze. I've been good, thank you, mate. Been binge watching. Yeah, the 147 one, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. The 147 one, I think was a bit lackluster. So I've got a video coming out, should come out tomorrow. Just talking about just generally March, the month of March, and TSW should be an interesting one. That one I'm writing a script. I've written a script for that already. But for the 147 and the 90, I just kind of just started talking. And it wasn't until I started talking through the 147 when I realized, oh, I've only got like a small list in front of me. There's not really too much to say about the trait. It's just, it is what it is. Like, it's just a German loco. And then I thought, oh, I don't know how much of a, like, how much value this video is really gonna have. I hope it helped in one way or another. Yeah, but I do feel like it's a bit lackluster a little bit. Wrong Patches is a copyrighted trademark owned and traded by Telltale Games, right? I have a PS5 and PS5 Pro, can't handle TSW, got it. They can handle TSW, both. I mean, the PS4 can handle TSW, just not very well. Boy, this route got 390 in Steam, so 90 on PC, still not running great. When you say not running, sorry, can't handle TSW, what do you mean, Dragon, exactly? Is my PC better than a PS4 for performance? Yes, Fab. Yes, 100 times yes. Didn't D2G botch Manchester Airport release? I don't remember the specifics of that release. I know that it did have some issues at the time of release. I just don't remember the specifics, I'll be honest. Funnily enough, that time period when that route came out, I had actually steps back from playing TSW. I got a little bit annoyed. It happens quite often, actually. It happens a couple times a year, usually. I'll just get quite annoyed with the game, and I'll just take a step back for a few weeks. And that just happened to release during that time period. Like, I only played it a month or so ago during a Request a Route stream. And I was like, whoa, this is actually quite a good route. But I was hearing not so good things about it when it first released. Poor performance, Dragon. I think it depends on the route. Like, some routes are going to perform better than others. Also, are you playing on, is your PlayStation on quality or performance? If you put your PlayStation on performance, you should get a better result. You're not going to get a 60 FPS experience on all routes, but you should get more than playable frame rates. As I previously said, I appreciate your kind on create some of the DLC where it's needed. Ambassador, do what you do. Yeah, and I appreciate the appreciation, Amaze. Yeah, like I said last time, that even brought us, like, you know, together a bit. It kind of sucks when, you know, there's a particular judgment on me just for being an ambassador and, like, nothing else, just the fact that I'm an ambassador. Like, I vet me. If you don't like me, then that's completely fine. You have now a reason, a direct reason. And if you like me, then you also have a direct reason for that. But to just go off speculation or he said that, so I'm going to believe it, it's not, you know, it's not great. And I know how genuine I've been from before I started, from before I became an ambassador up until now. So it kind of, like, annoyed me a bit more, I guess, because of that. But yeah, I aim to continue that, man. My video tomorrow, it will be more critical than positive. I've tried to balance it a little bit, but it is more on the negative side of the spectrum. So that should be interesting. But yeah, I do try to be fair. And if I'm going to say something good, then it's deserving. The product is deserving. If I'm going to say something bad, the product is deserving. And that's it. And if Dovetail, you know, they wouldn't do this. They do give us complete free reign. But if in a hypothetical world they were to approach me and say, you know, do you mind toning it down a little bit because it's not really a good image, you know, as part of being an ambassador, I'll have to step away from it. And I was ready to reject it in the first place. if that was ever the case, and I was saying this way before I became an ambassador, if I was ever approached and there was a condition to me being an ambassador, and that condition was anything that affected my honesty or my honest opinion of something, then I would have to turn it down. But fortunately, yeah, they're very cool in terms of just letting us kind of do our thing, say our, speak our piece, as long as it's sensible and valid, If I just start talking absolute crap for the sake of it and making completely baseless statements, I think that would be reason to, have an issue with me. I'll chat on the forums that brought me as bonus. Yeah, exactly. My stuff isn't like, I'm not the most subscribed, I don't get the most views, so my stuff doesn't really get pushed like everyone else is, like Hentis, Richie Rail, British Ace. I see all their stuff constantly, I see the views, I see their, I see their numbers, and so it's quite difficult to compete with them. So naturally, my stuff won't come out. And it's like if you know, or if you just happen to stumble upon me, you'll find me. Otherwise, I just remain in the shadows. I'm on PC now from yesterday about my PSN stuff, lays in future sales. Yeah, Dragon, I think PC is the best. It's undeniably the best platform for the game. It can easily be down to preference. Some people like coming home after work, sitting on the sofa, putting on the PlayStation, and just get into it. Which you can also have that same experience on PC, by the way. But yeah, I do understand why people go for consoles, but talking realistically, for the best experience for this game, both in performance and also modifying the game to make it even better than it is by default, PC is undeniably the way forward. Only watched certain ambassadors since in CSD, and I'm glad I'm part of that list, King. I'm honored, man. Thank you. Don't say your soul. Never, bro. Never, man. The thing is, with me being as like, I kind of say what I kind of just say things how they are. I don't really have like a much of a filter. I think you guys would know very quickly if there's been any like change in my intention in making the videos. Yeah. You guys would be the first to know. Even I can't hide it. I can't hide it with how like just open I talk about stuff. Is DLC free as an ambassador? Yeah. We usually get keys for all the releases around a week. Worst case, 2 days, which isn't enough for a lot of us to make content. Best case, about a week, just under a week, ahead of the public release. Which sounds fun, and it's always going to be nice having getting the keys for free. That's a very, very big privilege, I'll never not appreciate that. But if I tell you how many times we've contended with having the wrong builds, with embargoes that change, embargoes that are on the same day as a release day, which means there was no point in us having early access in the first place anyway. It can get really frustrating behind the scenes. This month has been a nightmare. Behind the scenes. But yeah, I can't complain about the keys being free. I just try to use that privilege for you guys the best way I can. That's why my early access streams are always of come onto the stream, and whatever you want to see, let me know so I can show you it. Do you want to hear the horn? You want to see the lights? You want to see the safety systems? You want to hear the sounds? Whatever it is you want to see, let me help you decide whether you want to buy it or not. That's the most that I can do for you. Props to you for standing up for what you believe in. Thank you, Amaze. Thank you. Did a great job on the horn and the modeling. The horn sounds amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the horn. From the engine room that's not there. Yeah, listen. Engine room it's a sticky one because you can't explore a burned out engine room, right? Like they said it had caught fire. You can't really model anything accurately on that. Could they have used pictures and maybe videos that exist? Whether they do or not, I don't know. yes, but then you wouldn't get the accuracy that you would get from being there. So I don't know, man. I don't even know where I sit on that, man. Like, I fully understand why it wasn't done, and I kind of agree with it, but then I fully understand the frustration and agree with that. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit on the fence with regards to that. I hate the NPCs in the game. They have no activity. Do agree? I do agree, of course. So I still have 300 mods installed. I don't have 300 mods installed. I have about 330 or 340 at this point. NPCs, the fact that the focus for the NPCs was how they dress when they're still walking on tracks, they're still not operating in a realistic manner. They still can't get off the train at the last stop. Let me say something about that point, by the way. You know that whole thing about NPCs staying on until the depot? There's no excuse for it. Subway Sim 2 is another train sim set in Unreal Engine. It's another train sim, as TSW is, set in Unreal Engine, as TSW is, and yet all the passengers get off at the last stop. And there are a lot more of other little details that game has, with all its flaws that it also has. But there's no excuse for me for why NPCs still behave the way they do. And they've made them worse, because now you got business people wearing pink caps, backwards caps. I mean, like, what are we? We're stuck in a High School Musical when it comes to the NPCs. It's ridiculous. I don't want to know how much I spent on TC and TSW. Oh boy, if you've put TC in that equation as well, it's better that you don't. It's better that you don't know. Just want to drive trains with low issues, yeah. And that's the thing, man. With Train Sim Classic, specifically, if you want to drive a train with no issues, you got to fork out a bit extra, especially if you want a train with no issues and more detailed. Armstrong Powerhouse will deliver, but by God, are you gonna pay for it? Can you watch his video so we can listen to your review of the video? Would it make sense to do it now? I don't know how long it is. I could do it later and then upload my reaction to it as a short, as a YouTube short, maybe, and then I can post it on Discord for you to see. I think that would make sense. Can't they just use diagrams like engineering drawings and stuff? Imagine Class 90 is old enough to have that info public if not being that old. Well, that would be the best case scenario, because then you have all the measurements and you have everything that you need in your hands. The designer would just need to take that and sort of turn it, like convert it to a 3D model. But I have no idea what they had access to and what they didn't. Night driving on the 90 headlights are terrible. Some of the German trees are great to run at night. You can see the track. Night running in general is so hit and miss and inconsistent. It's ridiculous. Get a train, roll the dice, and see whether you can drive at night with it or not. I think Medway Valley Line has set the standard with regards to night lighting. Although I do think, low-key, the headlight cone is a bit too wide. I think it's a bit too wide, but I've never seen a cab ride video of a 375. I've never been on the front of a 375, so I don't know. It seems a bit too wide though, but everything else about it seems quite on point. That's a great point to think about that. Subway Sim 2 as well. I need to play that again, King. Subway Sim 2, man, it gets boring because of how limited the gameplay can be. But man, random events that are actually random events, like real random events, closures, signal failures, not just, oh, the signal takes a bit longer to change, like actual signal failures. It's a really good base. It's a really, really good base, and they're not doing enough with it, man. They're not doing enough with it at all. They've teased a new train now coming out, but we need new routes, new lines, more than just one new train. Like 7 minutes long, 16 minutes long. Yeah, nah, I can't watch that on the stream. I mean, if you guys want me to, if you all agree and you're all happy with it, and like I can and do like a live reaction to it, but I don't think it makes the most sense. One of the issues, GSMR's turned itself off. If you do encounter it, and it does happen on various other trains, press the on-off button, confirm deregister, confirm that, deregister it, let it do its thing, and then just register it again. shouldn't happen at all in the first place, but it is what it is. The new Just Trains U-Bahns. Yeah, I got that. I need to play that. I'm just waiting for a slot to be available in my schedule. It's been a bit difficult with all these releases in TSW to not focus on TSW. But I want to get that in at some point. The bus as well. I'm having a bit more fun with the bus now. Those are like the ones I really want to get into the schedule. I wouldn't mind throwing some more Motorfest into the mix as well. SimRail. I still haven't tried the Impulse and the new map DLC for SimRail. So yeah, I got quite a bit to catch up on. Turning off and then on has never been a greater advice. I know, right? It's withstood the test of time. Watch it off stream, the post of it. Yeah, I will do, Maze. I will do. It's actually 11 minutes long. Okay, I've had 10, 11, 16, however long it is. I'll watch it off stream. I'll take my time. I'll absorb the info. I'll absorb what's being said, and try and form a sensible response to it. Which I think is a burden on me to do because of how critical my video was. Rightly so, I think. But nonetheless, I can't go in quite hard and then just ignore the good about it when it does come to light. So yeah, puts me off driving at night. Runs crap headlights. Some of the station scenery look great at night. It's been said a few times that it's realistic with regards to like headlights not really doing much at night in the UK, and that headlights are there for the train to be seen and not to see. But from every time I've seen a train drive at night in the UK, the headlights have been to see. So I'm not quite sure where that's come from. I'm not quite sure whether that was just an assumption that someone made and then everyone sort of just ran with it. But in my experience, a train driver can see what's coming. They can see they can read the speed signs. They can see like a decent bit ahead. Like similar to what the Medway Valley line portrays in terms of distance. I was shocked because so I've been on the front of a London Underground train. I've had a cab ride in the front of a London Underground train, and I was like the older stock. It was on the Northern Line. I was shocked at how strong those headlights were. Like shocked. They went far, and yes, a tunnel, so you know the light doesn't really have anywhere else to go, but they don't look that bright when you see the train coming into the platform. Like they look quite similar to like trains that run on like national rail lines, and yet they were really, really bright. So I wish CSW focused more on core issues like optimization, better NPCs. Yeah, but we've been asking for that Fab since TSW like 2, 3, for them just to take a bit of a break from releasing a new game or new DLCs and just focus on the bugs, focus on like stuff like the NPCs, right? Things that aren't particularly optimized. But at the end of the day, they're a business. They operate like a business, and they do what they do because it works for them, and that's the main thing. That's their priority. I don't mind if you want to react. That's fair, ASR. I think I'll just make a video about it afterwards, just like a short. It won't be like a proper video. It's not like it's just a bit too dramatic to have like a proper video about it. It's not that type of thing. I've always questioned UK train lights. Someone driving, I want to see where I'm going. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not expecting xenon lights from like a current year, you know, Audi RS7, but you still got to see it a little bit. Rivera Line 802 scrap also. You think so? I don't think they're too bad, especially compared to like everything else we have in the game. $11 minutes short. I'm not gonna react to it like side by side, like bit by bit. I'm gonna compile my thoughts and just give like 30-second tops response. Try and keep it as concise as possible. Doesn't need to be dragged out. Are you a train fan, or do you play this game for fun? I'm a train fan. I'm a train fan. I'm not hardcore. I'm not hardcore. I've said multiple times, like my first passion, my first love is cars. I love cars. Trains, I've always just like liked them growing up. Not enough to like research them and like go into the nitty gritty, but I've always enjoyed riding them. I've enjoyed learning about them. Like 9 times out of 10, the reason I go onto the forums is to actually learn. Just the idea of like driving a train or being a train driver on like real life routes was what sold me on TSW ultimately. It was more the Bakerloo line specifically, that particular experience. But I love this. Like I play this fairly often off stream. So yeah, I'm a train fan, but not like a hardcore train fan. So there's a lot of technical information that I just don't know. Keep in mind there's some mods in TSW that makes headlights brighter. Yes, but they exist, as far as I know, only for the US. I've got the mod. It was updated either today or yesterday, actually. I just downloaded it before I started streaming. But that's only for US stock. I get most of my UK train knowledge from you fine people. Please, you fine people better be chat, because you don't get it from me. You don't get it from me, boss. I learned what I learned from chat as well as the forums. I've learned so much, so much. And it's especially cool when you have like a real train driver as well that can give you like extra information that maybe others wouldn't be able to give you. But yeah, I mean, I do pride myself on being able to drive any train in the game, like slap me in any train that exists in this game, and I can get moving, which I'm quite proud of. So I mean, you know, I've learned enough, but there's still so much more to learn. So much more to learn. Little Sinker, thank you very much for the raid. Why didn't I hear anything? There we go. Although I think you guys have got it already. Yeah, appreciate the raid, man. How you been? It's been a little while, hasn't it? I can just go max on the throttle, to be honest, and just kick back. I think the 390 Pendolino has the headlight mod including the EP. Oh, it does have its... No, but it has its own one, though. Yeah, it's not... Yeah. So there's one mod that covers, like, I think every train in the US, if I'm not mistaken. Then there's, like, some UK ones. Yeah, the Pendolino has one of its own. The Voyager? I'm not sure about the Voyager. But I think there's one or two others as well. How do I keep track of all my mods? I don't. I might happen to, like, you might mention a mod and I might acknowledge it as one that I've got. Or it might just fly over my head. Sometimes when I go through them, there are ones that I've never heard of. Like, I've downloaded it, I've got it. But it's like I'm hearing it it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. So yeah, it does make testing a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Fortunately, I've only had to do that once so far. Well, once plus a fresh reinstall for the Medway Valley line, but that was because I didn't change my INI. I ended up reinstalling the whole game and all the DLCs, and it was just my INI that needed changing, my engine INI. Smash a like, thank you, Dragon. Yeah, do what Dragon says. Like the stream. Been a minute indeed. Hope all is good for you. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Can't complain. Cannot complain, man. How have you been? Hope you've been looking after yourself well. He's a legend. He's a hairdresser. It does have a very, very cool hairstyle. So, if a mod breaks my game, Fab, I firstly begin by removing my most recent ones that I've added. If that doesn't work, I'll find, if it's a particular route that has an issue or a particular train, I try and find mods for that route or for that train. If that doesn't work, or my whole game is crashing, then I remove half of them, take them out, and see if that fixes the issue. If it fixes the issue, I put them back in. Sorry, if that fixes the issue, then it was one of the ones that I removed. So then I put back half of those ones, see if I crash. If all is well, then I put in half of what's left back in. And then if I have a crash, for example, then I know it's part of the group that I just put in. So then I take those out in a separate folder and then add them and then add them half until I find which specific one was the issue. It's a hell of a process. But I'm not gonna lie, for what the mods do to my experience and to the game for me, it's worth it. On top of like having like 5, I think at this point, base timetables, because we got the West Coast Main Line South original, we got the Cargo Line Intermodal, Cargo Line Military, Cargo Line Nuclear. No, that's 4 already. Then we've got the 805. Now we've got this one. So we've got 6 timetables, right? 6 West Coast Main Line South timetables. Then if you've got the OTS mod, that's 7. So that's 7 timetables. But something's happened somewhere. I don't know whether it's a core issue. I don't know whether it's a mod. but for some reason, I've got 12. I've got 12 times. I think they've all duplicated. I think I've got 2 of each. Everything's duplicated itself. So I've got about 12 timetables now for West Coast Main Line South. Sounds like it could be actually a core issue. But I can't say for sure. Any recommendations on mod sites for started TSW on PC yesterday? Train Sim, watch my video on how to install TSW mods. If you just Google it, if you just YouTube it, sorry, it should come up quite quickly. But that video, the website that I go on that video, Train Sim Community. Train Sim Community is the only website I use. I check in on another one called trainsim.cz. That's the address for it. It very rarely has mods, but when it does, they're usually good. It's got a mastery unlocker. It's got the timetable that adds the class 700 on Brighton Mainline. It has a mod that removes invisible walls that is part of the mastery unlocker. So yeah. The game looks the same to me. Well, if you drive this route and do exactly what I do, like you follow my exact path, you'll realize quite a few differences. For one, you may have noticed a lot of trackside workers. That's part of a mod. You may have noticed the branding on the 350s. That's a mod. What else have I got for this? Graphically, there's a bit of an improvement in the lighting. You'll notice if you put our gameplay side by side. What else? Oh yeah, you won't be able to zoom in like this. Or zoom in like this. I really appreciate that particular one. If I get stuck at a red light or I have a scenario I can't complete, I can force complete it by following some commands. I just have mods that make my experience better and the game more realistic. That's the only kind of thing I stick to. Love a flyby, always, man, always, with a cheeky horn as well. My GWE timetables are duplicated. Are you on console, mates? Because if you say that and you're on console, then there's you know. Oh no, you run. Oh no, that was someone else that runs vanilla. So I think it's someone else on PC that only runs vanilla. But yeah, I think there are a few occasions also, and this is not due to mods. If you have Mildmay line, go and check it. Go and check it in the timetable mode and see what trains are available. Because right now, I've got a 166 that I can drive on the Mildmay line, and I've got a Voyager. And they're not because of mods. I believe somebody found them initially on the Ambassador Discord on console. How has that happened? How what needs to break in the game to put a train on a route where it's not meant to be? It could have been any train. Why is the 166? I don't know. The Voyager, I don't know whether that's because of a mod or because of that same issue. But that 166, you get into it and the interior is like barely modeled. It's very odd. Very, very odd. I'll show you after this one. We're almost at Milton Keynes. It's very, very, very strange. You keep all your mods in a folder, so if you want them all gone, you just delete the folder. And so if I want them all gone, I have a folder called TSW6 mods, and I just copy, I cut and paste, them into that folder. And then I have another mod called another folder called TSW6 mods crash, and I put the mods that cause crashes there. I don't know why, I just don't delete them. It's what I do. Oh, you're on PC, Amaze. Mods? You got around 200 odd mods installed. The thing is, with the way the game is, and this should not be the case, you have issues, and you just don't know whether the issues are from the game itself or from something that you've done to the game. There's not any other game that I know that has that issue. Immersion realism, your motto. That's it, man. That's the reason I even ever started gaming on PC, was because of Sims. I could not believe that you can drive a truck realistically. You could drive a train. You could drive a car realistically. I don't have to drive in GTA and stop at red lights anymore. I can actually just sit in the cockpit without it being a Gran Turismo and go in a city according to traffic laws. That just blew my mind. And yeah, realism is the legit reason that I ever started getting into PCs and into PC gaming. I only have some workers mod, the Riviera line enhancement of the waves. Amazing mod, by the way. Why that wasn't built into the route, I don't know. I just thought it was something impossible to do, but somebody did it a few weeks later. The biggest selling point for Riviera line was its reputation for the Dawlish seawall activity. Why wouldn't you have that in the why wouldn't you have that? That would have been a sick feature to have. Better rain. Yeah, the rain. Oh my god, the rain is horrendous by default. Vanilla rain is absolutely atrocious. Don't have the Voyager. You have the 166. Okay, so I'm assuming everyone has that. I'm sitting too close in the cab. I want to zoom. Really, you want to zoom in? I like coming out a little bit. I always feel like by default we're like squished right by the window. I don't like that. So I always set my FOV further back a little bit. Sun effects doesn't look right on the windscreen. Well, I guess that's another flaw with the mod. I think something like that is arguably subjective. Some may be fine with it. Maybe it's because I haven't been focused solely on the train driving and it hasn't really stuck out to me. I don't think it's too bad though, even looking at it right now. I don't think it's too bad. It's more on like the dirty parts of the windscreen, which makes sense. How many times did I have to press that? How many times did I have to just press that before it went silent? That's a whole new one. I guess it can get worse then, as a nod to the title. I'm gonna do my 90 special run from Gravesend. So you don't know, right? Go for it. The 90 honestly has place in a lot of the routes we already have. It's a shame that it doesn't layer as it should do. Crazy enough, I have lived in London my whole life, never seen one of these. Never. I know they're more around North London, but I've been there quite often and just never seen one. Never seen a Class 90 in my the memory that I can remember. Also, I'm not sure a lot of people know this. On the Medway Valley line, if you're at a red signal, you press There's a button. This one, standing at signal SG. If you press that, it sometimes will clear the signal for you. I didn't know that. Like that you get res on the route. Yeah, that's what I like about doing just random services from the journey mode. You kind of just never know what you're gonna get. Ultimately, most likely, especially on a timetable like this, it's gonna be all green because there's not much going on. But you do get a bit of spice thrown into the mix. Can't complain about that. You can call the signaler and someone answers. Yeah, but is that not just in the scenarios though, Fab? I don't think that happens in timetable mode. In timetable mode, it's just a text. Like, there's not actually an audible voice. Unless I've not discovered that myself yet. Oh, in the timetable, do you know what you pressed to have it happen? I've kind of only like interacted with what I've needed to based on my run. So standing at signal, registering, confirming, just the basics. Contact, really? Ah, okay. You know what it is? Because I play on controller a lot of the time. Today I'm on keyboard and mouse, but I play on controller a lot of the time. And when it comes to that, it's very convenient to just hold down the circle button. Whereas if I was on keyboard and mouse, I'd have been more inclined to use the GSMR. Okay, that's fair. That's completely fair then. I've missed that completely. It rings the signaler and then you can wait a few seconds and you hear it. That's sick. That's very, very cool. I would have mentioned that in my video if I had experienced that myself. Like, I had seen it mentioned, but then I only experienced it in the scenario. So I thought, oh, it's one of those things that they've made a bit of noise about, but I haven't like properly implemented it into the game. Best part, it changes signal if you got certain areas. Yeah, so that I've heard as well. Yes, I've heard that it does change the voice, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Also, branding on the signage here and all along the stations, actually. Okay, we've stopped a little bit too soon. Or slowed down a little bit too soon, I should say. We'll do the slow crawl to our stop marker. And then we'll take a quick look at Mildmay Line. Just to see the train. And what's going on in that situation. These little features generally make a bit. That's it. When it comes to immersion, the devil's in the details, man. It really matters. It really is the little things, an accumulation of the little things that make an incredible experience. I pressed Y, by the way, to try and open passenger doors, just out of habit. Yeah, right. So 166 on a Voyager. So if I load in with the 166 to do something in the afternoon. As an ambassador, have you been to DTG HQ and other ambassadors? You know what? I've been to DTG HQ, but not as an ambassador. I went there to do some playtesting last year. I went there twice to do some playtesting. That was before I became an ambassador. But I haven't been there since, no. Right, so here's the 166 on the Mildmay Line. And here's a very strange almost like half modeled interior. Just odd. Just really, really odd. But then the rest of the train is like normal. Can you try the Medway GSM out to see your reaction? Yeah, I can give it a quick go. It shouldn't take too long. So it's a normal 166. It's even trying to fit the head code there. What an odd situation. And then the Voyager, I haven't actually loaded the Voyager in, so I've got no idea what to expect from it. Maybe it's supposed to be AI. Wait, what was meant to be AI? Oh, the 166. No, it doesn't layer on there at all. At all. Like it shouldn't be there at all in any way. Same with the Voyager. You've been invited to DTG HQ. A nice one, Amaze. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. There's a cool little if you have the time when you're done, or if you get there too early. There's like a lot of old military stuff. There's like a submarine, like a really old bus that's just there. If you go further, there's a shed with like a bunch of old locos in it, and some other stuff. It's like a really interesting little area. Do explore. Like it would be worth it. It would be worth it. I mean, Chatham in general, I think it's actually pretty nice, especially with the water there. But like, especially where the HQ is based, there's quite a lot to see there. Again, if you've got the time. But yeah, there's like the guns that like were meant to shoot down airplanes back in the day. That are, like, you can like go inside. Like it's just all there and open. It's like really odd. It's like something that you would see in a museum. The dockyard, yeah. It completely caught me off guard. Okay, so the Voyager here. The thing is, I don't remember what it looks like normally, but this looks fairly normal. The seats look fairly normal, I think. So it's not suffering from whatever the 166 is suffering from. I think the Virgin livery is a mod from my part. But yeah, overall it looks fine. Just quite interesting to see a Voyager doing an overground service. Anyway, let's quickly go to check out the GSMR on the Medway Valley line. Oh, really, Amaze? Good for you, honestly, mate. Good for you, man. Yeah, I'd really like to live out of London. Not too far, personally. Chatham might be a bit too far of a stretch. But, yeah, I just want to live, like, sort of like country, in a country environment. But Chatham seems to just have everything, to be honest. Plenty of buses. Decent views. If you go to the right places. Nice little shopping centre. Questionable in the nice, but it's got a shopping centre. Funnily enough, since I became an ambassador, I haven't been invited to do any playtesting. Could be a coincidence, but I do wonder if it is.
Good day, this is Ashford Signalling Centre Workstation 5. Please state your message. Over. I understand you are requesting authority to pass. There is a conflicting move. Please await the signal. Stand by and await further instructions. Over.
See something like that? That would make me want to play HUDless. I have no intention of doing so. I swap between trains and routes too often. But that level of immersion, along with everything else this route has to offer, would make me seriously consider it, honestly. Moved out East London 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Haven't done so that long ago. Was it, like, how do you feel about that decision? Was it the best decision you ever made? Was there a bit of regret? I think it would be very different if you moved out of there today. Oh, yeah, also, here's my timetable situation currently. What's that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. 14 timetables. A total of 7,030 services. That's great. Right, let's continue on then. Fairly lengthy service. This should have some action in it. Where's the circuit breaker in the 90? I don't know where the circuit breaker is. I only know where the safety systems are. Best thing you ever did? That's crazy, man. Even 30 years ago, when London was like in a much better state than it is today. Fair enough to you, man. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to get out, man. Especially now the little ones are here. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, it's at night. It's at night. Well, what's the lighting? I can't see anything. Let's see what the headlight situation is. Also, so the clipboard light, as you can see, it's got 3 settings in the logo: dim, off, and bright. But when you operate it, it operates on a 0 to 100% scale. Interesting. Right, let's see how things look, and then we'll see whether you guys would mind a night run. A headlight's not too bad from what I can see. Okay. Would you guys mind a night run, or do you just want to see daytime? Completely up to you. Bexley Heath. Bexley Heath is not too bad. Bexley Heath isn't too bad. You'll be alright, I think, in Bexley Heath. From what I've seen of it, anyway. And that's fine, yeah? Because I don't mind. I just want to get through the whole journey mode, to be honest. That's kind of my style of playing. But I understand it may not look as good. Especially because you're watching it as a stream. So I see a lot more than you guys do. So it might be like darker than what it actually is. Wembley looks cool, as always. Nicely lit, thanks to the... Is it lit in the vanilla game now? Because I remember... It's either full nuke or nothing. I would have liked there to be like another light here, like one here, and then have the other one on. The 375 looks really nice with that layout. But yeah, I don't know whether Wembley... See, look, you can hear the direct bass releasing, but the gauges are already, the dials on the gauge are already at 0 because they released with the train break. I do wonder when this patch comes whether it will actually cover everything. I am concerned about that. A lot of the time these patches will come and cover like 20% of all the issues that a train or a route might have. Look at that, max out. We're going at 3 miles per hour. We're at max throttle. I'm assuming we've got quite the load behind. I can see nothing. Goodness me. I see absolutely nothing. But I'm assuming we're hauling quite a bit. And there's no wheel slip. Nothing. Say the same thing about how cool. I know it wasn't lit up when it first showed its face. Not even on the Bakerloo line route, because you could see it on that route. But when the West Coast Main Line South first came out, I'm pretty sure there was one of the features of a particular mod I had was that it illuminates Wembley Stadium. You may have mentioned things in the video when you watch. Yeah, I will. The thing is, again, like I said a lot earlier on, I'm not too fussed about what's said. I'm fussed about what's served on my plate. So, historically, we hear that we're going to get this and that and this and that, and this is going to happen, this is going to be fixed, this is going to be solved, this is going to be done better, and then we're served with the same old. So I'm not really fussed about what's said. It's going to be interesting hearing it, but what will matter to me and what's most important to me is what the situation will be for us players after that update. So that my 90 would then move, because no overhead. Where did you try to put it, fam? I would say the GSMR text looks quite nice. I used to be able to stream in 1440p, and for some reason, even though it's me with one account on Twitch, when I stopped streaming on my gaming PC and started streaming on my streaming PC, I couldn't do it anymore. Twitch didn't allow it. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if my GPU that I've got right now on my streaming PC would even handle 1440p. It would have been cool to try and see how far it could go. But having the option still would have been nice. I tried to put it on the Medway. Wait, but the Medway has white. No, Medway's third rail. I knew as soon as it came out of my mouth that wasn't right. I guess you could tow it with a 66 and defeat the whole purpose of having a class 90. Yeah, you can run it. You can get it to run in Southeastern high speed if that's any what's the word? Any consolation. That's as close as you're going to get to Medway Valley. How awesome would it have been if Medway Valley line had Southeastern high speed incorporated into it? I really do wonder why that wasn't done. You know, it's a Gen 9 release anyway. I wonder why it wasn't done, man. That would have been really cool. Really, really, really flipping cool. You really can't wait for the 70. You say that like it's been confirmed. Is it coming? Have you heard of anything about it? I mean, this release may open the door for more UK locos, freight locos. That would be cool. But as far as it stands, all we can do is take this and be happy by force. It's in the roadmap. The class 70. Are you sure? Hello, Mr. Orca. How you doing? The only class 90s you see doing these runs are the ones that are stabled. I think in all the runs that I've done, including scenarios, I've only ever seen one coming the other way. There's also a video. Is it a mod? Oh no, all aboard. Wait, when was the recent road? When's the last roadmap? Hello? Oh, yeah. Okay, I just remember the teaser video. I just saw the thumbnail for it and I instantly remembered. Yeah. Okay, I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot. Wow. Yes. That should be good. Interesting timing, isn't it? Especially with the two developers specifically. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I've seen a few 70s. I've seen a few 70s in my lifetime. I just hope they learn from the mistakes of this DLC with regards to timetables, layering, release state, and don't repeat what we've seen here. That's crazy. I completely forgot about it. It doesn't really help that nobody talks about it as well. I think it's quite worth talking about. But yeah, we finally had something other than the 66 in the form of the 90, but I think it's equally as good that we're getting another locomotive. No, Alan Thompson made the 90, but there is some interesting history between the two of them. So it's just a little bit, it just catches my attention that they're both worked on a UK freight loco. Epilepsy warning, I guess. Something about these night runs, man. Well, not this particular one. It's only 8:30 in the evening. But when you're doing like an early hours run, there's something about just like the city being quiet and you're just traveling. You're just snaking your way through a sleeping city. Barely any trains. Everyone's asleep, and you're just like hauling. Something poetic almost about it. I deserve more subs. Thank you, Fab. Well, you can help me with that by spreading, sharing the channel, sharing the content. It always helps. I'll be honest, King. I'm quite happy with this headlight setup. I'm not too mad about it. I think it should go maybe a little bit further, but at least there's some light, you know. Chuck, how you doing, my man? Good to see you. You're alive. How you been keeping, man? How's your health? How's family? Transport Legend, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm saving every penny for my new PC. Sharing's free. It won't cost you anything to share. I'm doing good, thank you, my man. I'm doing good. Got 2 new arrivals. The twins are now here. They are doing well and are healthy by God's grace. Life in general, pretty good, pretty decent, pretty nice. How's work? How's business? The site looks better than the Pendo right now. I like this one. You know what? I've got a mod for the Pendo, I think. So even if I try that, it might look a bit different to the vanilla setup. I know I've got a mod for how the headlight itself looks, like if you look directly at it. But I don't know about the code, the headlight code. Absolutely doing great. Anxiety panics are almost gone. No way. Let's go, bro. That's big. That's big, man. Congratulations, honestly, bro. You fought through it. Hopefully now, that's it. It's just a little bits that are left, and they'll be swept away in no time. That's huge, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Really, I'm proud of you, man. Because they suck. They suck. And yeah, you push through it, man. While at the same time being busy with business, dealing with grievances. I'm proud of you, bro, man. Playing at the same time, you can't hear that well. No worries, Fab. Remember, headlights on trains aren't till out of the way. Amaze. I don't know about that one, I don't know whether that was initially an assumption and sort of people just ran with that, because every experience I've had whether being inside the cab or seeing a train drive at night, the headlights have done a pretty decent job. They don't work the same as car headlights. You know, you're not going to get the latest Xenon headlights that you'd get on like an Audi RS7, but they actually illuminate something ahead of you. And I think if you just watch like cab ride videos at night, I haven't seen any myself, but I'm assuming they would reflect that pretty well as well. So yeah. Except what happened to him, man. Everything is almost straight. Yeah, bro, listen, when it comes to grief, that pain never gets smaller, but you get bigger around it, if that makes sense. Yeah. That pain, it will be felt forever, you know? It will be felt forever. But it will be handled differently. I'm happy you're enjoying your life, but you deserve it, bro. You deserve it. You work too hard. I'm doing good, thank you, Transport. Went on to Tracing Community and downloaded the 385 and the Zero sound pack, and it works. We're expecting my games to break. Why? You know, I've got mods from like TSW2. I took a big risk and went as far as TSW2. Nabil's using mods from TSW 2020. And his game, for the most part, seems to be running well. So, yeah. It's just sometimes it can be luck, whether things work or not. Sometimes like two mods will clash. You'll download the mod not knowing that it clashes with another mod, and it's got nothing to do with breaking the actual core game itself. It's always a fun time. Anyone watching ads here? Thank you, Chuck. If anyone's on Twitch and would like a sub, make it known so that you don't have to deal with ads. And yeah, Chuck will generously bless you with a gifted sub. Chuck, before you do that, if okay, never mind. I can turn on a price reduction, but it's for gifted like hold on, let me see exactly what it's for. Just so that you be spending less money for your pocket. I believe it's 35% off for 5 gifted subs. So if you are going to do 5 or more, but then again, those are random, isn't it? They're not, you don't choose who you gift them to, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, 35% off 5 or more tier 1 gifted. So if you do want to do that, let me know. And I can turn that on for you and you can save a bit of money. First time trying it for TSW. Really? Ah, good for you. I'm glad they works well. Hopefully this opens the door, a very big door, to have a lot more fun with the game. A lot more fun. You used it for ETS2. ETS2 is necessary. For me anyway, man. Even with the core quality improving a lot over recent years, mods are a must. Absolute must. Yeah, Chuck, alright, cool. And it should tell you as well. I'll turn it on for 1 hour. Start discount. Start. Okay, it should be live. Yes, there's 59 minutes left. Check it so that you don't spend more than you would otherwise. And then yeah, do your thing, man. I appreciate you ahead of time. I had some sound mods on ETS2 recently. They were like one of my latest additions. Just sound mods. The difference sound mods make to immersion is wild, and you don't really know it until you try it, and it just transforms your experience. I've always underrated sound mods. Always. They make a nice difference to TSW, but it's not usually... The quality sometimes for sound mods can be very hit and miss. But all the ones I've used for ETS2 have been very on point, man. Right, I'm gonna disable TPWS here because it's gonna trip me. Or there's a high chance it will trip me. Yo, JFK, how you doing, my man? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. Whoa, 10. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Chuck. I hope at least some of them are here. One thing I really dislike about gifted subs is that it will gift subs to anyone who's been on the channel. It won't prioritize the people who are currently on the channel, which makes no sense to me. But yeah. Oh, JFK got one. Yeah, let's go. Congratulations, man. I got on my train to couple, but my throttle was on 7, so when I coupled it flew away from me. Fab, if you're on PC, press Control and 0, and it should teleport you back. Have you fixed the issue that you had with Twitch, Chuck? The sub issue. Don't tell me that's still ongoing, man. It's wild to me how, like, massive corporations just fumble basic things. The amount of times YouTube has, like, very, very, very silly issues is ridiculous. Twitch can have very, very silly issues. What else was it? There was something else I was trying to use, and I just encountered the dumbest bug. I wish I could remember for the life of me, but I can't. It's just bewildering to me how these huge companies can have just the most silliest of issues. What lighting mod do you use, or where can I download it? I use Transport Legend. If you go on Train Sim Community and you go to hold on, let me do it on my phone so I can lead you correctly. Twitch hates me more than anyone. No way, man. It's still ongoing. It's so, and it's the fact that you've contacted them and they still haven't done anything. It's one thing to just kind of deal with it. It's another thing to bloody try and do something about it and just get ignored. Right, I need to slow down here. Yes, if you go to the Train Sim Community website, Transport, and then you press on Train Sim World on the little banner near the top, and then you go down to INI tweaks. There's like several different options. You go to INI tweaks, and then you do the most recent one from JetWash. Make sure you read the instructions that come with it. I did everything. I literally bought USA Critic. Bro, okay. Now I understand why it feels personal. Now I understand why it feels personal. That's insane. That's insane. What the hell? Have you tried to contact them again since the last time? No worries, Transport Legend. But yeah, that website, mate, is the GOAT. All 5? No. So what GPU do you have? What GPU do you have? Another spicy run. I'm not sure what we're following. I did. Now they stopped replying to me. Bro, go at them again. Keep bugging them until they sort you out, because you're well within your right. 9070 XT NVIDIA equivalent. 5070 Ti, 5070 Ti, that'll be a 4080. I would say you could go for what's after high? Ultra? Go for the ultra one. You should be able to handle the ultra one just fine. Malingan, congratulations on your sub. Chuck was the one who gifted it to you very generously. Just to realize all my 66s are on the wrong way. How can a 66 be on the wrong way? No worries, Transport Legend. When you download it, it comes with a manual. Take the time to go through it. It's not super complex. As long as you do, you know, kind of everything by what it says. It's quite simple, honestly. You put one of the files in somewhere in your documents. You put another one in your in the engine INI for the game. It will tell you how to do all of that. You also need the God Mode mod, by the way. You need the God Mode mod, which I highly suggest, even without the graphics mod. That mod is so important. There should be a link for it, I think, in the manual. If not, then you can find it on the website in the TSW section under others, I think. On the route facing the wrong way. Oh, well then you can just get onto the other cab, and then just drive it from there. Higher medium would be best for that card. Well, Amaze, go and buy Nvidia's Logic. 5070 Ti would be the 4080 equivalent. The 4080 equivalent would be the 3090, going like down in generations. And JetWash recommends the 3090 as a minimum for Ultra. That's my logic, working it out. I got a 3080 Ti. I use high. It's looking at the dependent mods. Oh yeah, it should be, yeah. So on the page that you downloaded that mod, Transport Legends, if you go down a little bit, it should be listed there as a dependency. Thank you, Maze, for that. Let's try and figure out what we've got going on ahead of us. I'd assume. Oh, it's another freight. Interesting. It's another freight. Looks like it could be 290s as well. Because I'm pretty sure we don't get 266s on this route. We barely ever get 266s. What resolution is the dude playing the... Oh, that's also a valid question. Transport Legend, what resolution do you play at, mate? I'm on 4K personally. Don't experience too many issues, but I do feel it quite a bit at the time. I'm playing FIFA, F1, Delta Force, BF6 these days. One of the most brain relieving things. Really? Do you play online? I know from the old F1 games, online was a rather interesting experience a lot of the time. Also, why is that train consistently going slower? We're both freight, we're both adhering to the same limits. I'm on a 58 and use beast mode at 4K. Oh yeah. Your GPU is more than capable. 58 is solid, man. 5 straight has no start. It shouldn't be 5. I've left the settings automatic, Chuck. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to hear me. 5? That's a bit ridiculous. Twitch actually has a personal issue with Chuck. I'm not quite sure why. Servers doomed in your country. Give me a second, Chuck. I stay away from doing this usually, but I think this is an exception. That should sort you out. Did I buy the 5090 yet? No. No. I'm gonna wait a little bit as well. Gonna wait a little bit before I buy it because it just wouldn't make sense. Wouldn't make sense as a purchase right now. Trey doesn't have super brakes. Like yesterday. No, this is a lot more sensible in terms of... Well, it's funny, isn't it? I say it's a lot more sensible. It's interesting in its own way. It has its own quirks. But at least when it comes to braking, it seems relatively... relatively realistic. JFK, Chuck has an issue where he can't actually sub himself. And he gifts like so much. I think he's been the biggest gifter of all time on the channel. But he can't gift him, he can't like sub himself. So I'm happy to do that in that particular situation, but I do tend to usually stay away from doing it. Choco, it'd be very cool if this like resets something in the Twitch servers and then it sorts out your problem. He can donate subs but not to himself. Yes. Bro, honestly, don't stop pushing them. Don't stop pushing. When I have an issue with something and like, you know, I've determined, okay, this is not my fault and this particular company or set of people needs to sort this out, I will be on to them and you know, they will regret ever having me as a customer. Classic Twitch, honestly. Oh yeah, all the issues that a lot of people were having on mobile as well. I forgot about that. That was a regular thing. People would constantly have issues watching the stream on mobile. No worries, Chuck. I didn't know they'd gotten so expensive. They used to be $4.99, $6.95. It's disgusting, man. And they hadn't changed the price for a long time. It was fine. They're starting to feel it now. You could tell anyway from when they stopped saving VODs. Not even stopped saving. There was like a weird limit. There was something that they changed anyway with VODs because they were struggling with storage. Big Amazon, eh? There's always a limit to everything. Side by side with something that's going 125, yeah, is insane. When it's a train, big ass train. Maybe this sub makes a glitch go away. Yeah, hopefully, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's what I'm hoping anyway. It's more expensive on mobile, $4.99 here. It's more expensive on mobile. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense? What sort of business model is that? Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Sure. Maybe I just move to Kick. Start streaming on Kick. I don't even know what Kick's about. I have no idea what it's like. I actually made an account there. And I was going to start streaming there, but it was going to be like my replacement for TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I should. But I'm not paying Restream anymore. So... if you donate like 10 subs, it's like 20 more. Like, what do you mean 20 more? Like it's 25 if you donate 10? Does it even go up in a way that makes sense? Yeah, thanks to Amazon. Big, scary Amazon. That's what I mean, man. Amazon, Google, they have the silliest issues with their software. Well, we saw what happened with Amazon servers and what that done to the internet some months ago. Oh, things are shaky, innit? Things are a bit shaky. Yeah, so do I, King. So do I. But I was paying for it when I used to stream to TikTok as well. I used to stream to YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. But TikTok was so dead for TSW streams that there was no point in me paying 20 quid a month for it. The OMSI streams would pop off for some reason. No idea why. But that was it. It was only the OMSI streams that would do well. And I stopped playing that, so there wasn't much point. Waiting for the buzz stream. I'm going to record some gameplay tonight. I'm planning on recording some gameplay tonight. Maybe it's a video that goes up tomorrow. It's just going to be one of the... I want to do like a video of all the lines on both Berlin and Hamburg. I'm bringing back my cruise videos for the Crew Motor Fest as well, just driving around. I've got those ready to go. One should go today, and then every day for the week from today. So yeah, going back to a more relaxed style of content that I used to make, just driving around in different games. And I'll do the equivalent for TSW as well, where applicable. But March has just been, I've just been like choked with content, man. Because what I like to do is all the scenarios, one end-to-end run, and then like my thoughts video. But I also need to do one end-to-end run so that the starters go as well. That can be up to an hour. Oh yeah, and a passenger experience video as well. Obviously I haven't been able to do all of those for all of the releases this month, but chasing that has been tiring, very tiring. Look like you're enjoying that 90. You know what? When it works well. I think I said this in my video. When you've gotten past the issues with the safety systems, when the train is in motion, and you're playing on a keyboard and mouse, I guess as well, so that you can press Q, it's actually not too bad. And it's very easy to forget everything. But no matter how good the ride is, GSMR again, no matter how good the ride is, the issues do still exist and do still need to be acknowledged. Yeah, I wanted to do TikTok as well, I just re-uploaded some vids instead. Yeah, TikTok, I found it quite tough to break into. I had a couple bangers, but yeah, it just don't really work out for me. I still do want to make content for there when I do have the time, but yeah, it's not really it, especially, well, for me personally anyway. Maybe you could have completely different luck. But yeah, especially when I've got Twitch and YouTube already. Hey bro, can you take a look at something? Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know, but only shows 7 names out of 10 gifted subs. No, it's showing 10 for me. It's showing 10 for me. Kyle Makar, Edwina, Surf, JFK, Cyan, the Greek Zeus, Chuck Yoga, Nikki Official, Mylingon, who came to say thank you, and Shadow. They may have an issue with you, but not to, you know, not to that extent. Where they make your 10 gifted subs 7. That would be that'll be a bit serious. That would definitely be a bit of a serious issue. You know, one thing I'm glad Firefly Simulations did away with, the stupid third rail sparks reflection on the windshield. Why did that even exist in the first place? Why, after it existed, was it not dealt with like that? How silly is it? You're just driving at night and your windscreen's just flashing periodically. Like, that's bad enough on its own, but then the reason for why it's flashing is even worse. How on earth can a third rail spark reflect off your windscreen? In the chat, it's only 7. Are you on mobile or PC, Chuck? Also, I'm using Streamlabs to look at it as well. Streamlabs has got like all the activity that happens. So maybe it's just displaying incorrectly on Twitch alone. Mobile, I'm not surprised. I haven't heard many complaints in actually quite a few months about it, but from what I'm aware of, mobile Twitch is a very interesting experience. I'm wondering if that freight train has a freight train ahead of it, or perhaps a stopper. So there's one stopping us or slowing us down. Ah, it does indeed. What is this? Ah, so it's a passenger service. So we've got a passenger service that's slowing down, a freight service that's slowing down us. And are we slowing anyone else down behind us? I do wonder. Usually there's just no one ever behind you. It's quite annoying. One thing I've noticed since like TSW2, there might be trains ahead of you. There would never be trains behind you. Look at this. Nothing. As if you're the last train of the night. Every time. Every single time. You're the last train. Support 20 anyone online watching that. Chuck, honestly, mate, you've done enough already, my man. I won't stop you from blessing me more, but you've done enough already, my guy. I think more or less everyone. I don't know how many people are tuned in, but I think everyone here is subbed. Soon after my PC, I might cancel my Nitro. What does Nitro really do for you? Especially if you don't have your own server. I feel like it doesn't, like, it offers you, like, you can do things with emojis and you can do things with your, like, profile picture. I feel like it's so forced, man. Even for having your own server, just the things that I see in terms of the benefits it gives you, like, they're good. It makes for a better experience, yes, but to pay for that, it just seems a little bit silly. And I guess, yeah, Discord have their own costs to cover, fair enough, but I'm not sold. Just unique. Oh yeah, soundboards as well, I guess. I mean, I guess if you use Discord a lot, you benefit of it. I personally don't. I mean, I go on there to, like, reply to messages, see what's going on, see, like, what the news and stuff is on the Ambassador Discord, see what's going on our server, and then that's it. Like, what I need to use to reply, I have available to me. Would it be nice to have more? Yes. But is it necessary? No. Yeah, thank you, Fab. Go ahead, man. So that when someone wants to upload a video, it's not super pixelated and only 5 seconds long. I'm sure there are other ways to combat that from Discord side, but money's always nice. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Always appreciate work. I literally enjoy this you with other legends. Oh, that must be a lot. You know what? It blesses me enough that I was able to be there for you in a time of any sort of hardship. That's more than I can ask for, man. I'm on this earth to serve, you know, and the fact that I've served you in a meaningful way, that's enough for me, man. That's it. That's fulfillment. That's very, like, I don't know. It makes my heart emotional. It feels it. Feeling it gives me. I'm glad I could be there for you, man. You got level 1 now. Animated server icon. But see, this is the thing, Fab. After 1 month, I lose it. If I was to, like, try and put an animated logo there, which would be cool, actually. I don't have one planned, but if I could guarantee that, like, yeah, I can do it every month, then it would be worth the work. Otherwise, there's not really much point. Are there, like, presets? Like, do I have to make it myself, or does Discord offer? Because I've seen some really cool ones from other servers, but they look very custom. I want to read the boost. No, but the boosts go themselves. They last for like a month, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you'd have to do it every month. It's just ridiculous. I thought at the beginning that they stayed, because we got boosted to level 2, I think, or 3. And then he just went, and it's like, well, what was the point then, you know? Like, yeah, fair enough, you don't pay specifically to boost, it's just a perk of having Discord Nitro, but still, man, it's not, I don't think it's nice. Because if it stays, thank you, Chuck, appreciate you. Wait, do you still keep your own if you pay it forwards? I've never seen that before. You still have your own one, right? You pay for yours. Yeah, but you pay for Nitro. You don't pay to boost, specifically to boost, if that makes sense, right? So you already have Nitro, and you're already paying for Nitro, and it just comes with the ability to boost servers. You paid for them to. Oh, you shouldn't have FabFab. Thank you, man. Thank you, but you shouldn't have. Nitro itself just a tenner. That's not too bad in its own regard, I guess. If you use Discord often. So the glitch is gone. Fingers crossed, my man. Fingers crossed. You're very welcome, Amaze. Thank you very much for joining. Feel free to have a look around. I upload the weekly schedule either Sunday night or Monday morning. I've just lost all sense of like nighttime now. Hence why the last one was like 5 in the morning. I was still up. But that was at the time I was finally free to actually do it. So yeah, Sunday night or Monday morning, I upload the schedule so you kind of know what's coming in advance. Chats can be interesting sometimes. I like to tease. So I might catch a cheeky bit of info or two here and there every now and again. I would like perks, like this, like certain perks for like members and Twitch subs to make the investment a bit more worthwhile for you. I just really haven't had, I haven't had the time to really figure it out. Like YouTube offers like members only streams, which I would love to do. Twitch doesn't. So I can't do like a members or a subs only stream. I can do members only, I can't do a subs only stream. Yeah, I don't know. That's usually like the perk that people would get. I had them for a while, but I continue to pay like something a month for them. But I had these boots for free, so I might as well give someone. Oh, okay, well, so yeah, so if you had them for free, then that's completely fine. Yeah, I appreciate you using them on me. But I wouldn't advise spending your money on it. He's made his presence known. Hello, Nabil. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you. You are welcome. We've witnessed it get worse today, so yes, you are correct. You are correct. I'm really glad as well, as a bit of a tangent, that YouTube chat works well now through Restream. It was very awkward when it wouldn't, and I just wouldn't respond to YouTube chat because I don't see it. All I have is Twitch chat open, and then Restream shows me the YouTube chat on Twitch. So it was very awkward when I just wouldn't respond to anyone on YouTube because, well, I couldn't see the chat, and people got a bit upset. I've just noticed, Chuck, you've gifted 80 in total on the channel. It's a lot, man. Whoa.
Chesco
Okay, bro's just flexing at this point.
500.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Aside from the fact that I was stranded on the train for an hour because a freight train in front of us had a vehicle malfunction and couldn't continue driving. Yo, what is going on, bro? Every post I see of yours is just some disaster, man. It's just some disaster. Like, the thing you posted yesterday, they looked brand new, right? Like the information board, the digital one. It looks brand new, but it doesn't work. The graffitied buses getting sent on routes that they're not meant to be on. What's going on, man? What's going on? It's always something. It's always something. No, but that was yesterday though, isn't it? And what? Today's another thing. I'm gonna check it out later. Unbelievable. But you know what? It's setting my expectations. It's setting my expectations for when I eventually go to Germany. The displays are only a year old. There you go, Nabil. Thank you again, Chuck. We finally hit our subs goal. Thanks to one man. Well, the majority of one man. I'm not gonna write off everyone else that's subbed themselves. And Nabil's been suffering for a minute now. There you go, my boy. Thank you again, Chuck. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully we see you more often, man. You show up enough to let us know that you're still, you're still kicking, which is great. But we miss you, man. Also, I don't know if you guys have been noticing, on some AWS magnets, it beeps twice. It'll beep, I'll clear it, then a second or two later it starts beeping again. It's happened a handful of times and it's not DSD just happened to coincide with it. As a matter of fact, I haven't even heard a peep from DSD, which also happened during the scenarios. Some chaos in one station, wrong track assignment causing chaos on the plan. I shouldn't laugh, it's not funny because it's horrendous to get caught up in it. That's why you've got the whip, bro. So you don't get caught up in stupid stuff like that. You are gonna have stress-free travel when you start using it. You play JR eSIM. I have. It's good, but it's a recorded video. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. I'm not gonna lie. I used to play those when I was in school, like 2008, almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. I used to play those games on a web browser. There was a website. I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically exactly that. I used to play that for free, man, and that was all I had. So, like, yeah, I really enjoyed it at the time, but today, I can't enjoy that, man. A lot of people do, and that's great. It obviously has some appeal, but personally, it's not for me. I have more time to spend here. Business now booming. Glory to God, man. Really get time to do something aside from it. That's good, bro. That's good, man. Setting yourself up, you're setting your lineage up, generational wealth. That should be the priority, man. That should be the priority. That's a sign of a wise man. That he's good, his children's good, and his children's are good. That's biblical. I love traveling public transport still. I mean, until you get days like these, right? And I don't know, maybe it's fun getting caught up in something like that. For me, it would just frustrate the hell out of me, man. And everyone's miserable anyway, so you're just surrounded by more miserable people than you would otherwise have been. YouTube does the job better. You know what? In a way, you can play your own version of JR eSIM with cab ride videos. Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you really wanted to be a bit creative, for sure. That is probably like blasphemy for JR East enjoyers. I like both. They both got their pros and cons. Yeah, for sure. I think if the ratio was like between driving and public transport, let's say 3-1. So you drive mostly, but every now and again you'll enjoy public transport. I think that would be the best of both. It's almost 11:30 p.m. and I still haven't finished my orders. I think I have to stay the whole night at your factory. You don't have other people there helping out, Chuck? You can't carry the torch alone, man. Thank you very much, Freddie, for the sub. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure why YouTube subs don't show up. They should, and they sometimes do and sometimes don't. It seems quite random when and where and how that happens. Also, interestingly enough, oh, there it is. Well, I'll just shut my mouth then. I was thinking maybe it's because I'm signed into Streamlabs via Twitch with my Twitch login, but that has completely thrown that theory to the side. I didn't even know it's a video, so when I was driving I was speeding, then I see the passengers walking like 100 miles an hour. So I realized I uninstalled it straight away. Damn, man. Did you spend money on it, fam? Did you actually buy it? I don't know if there's a demo. It seems like the type of game to have a demo. I've done something like that for I went to Berlin. I watched Tramcab rides, and honestly it had a positive effect. I recognize a lot of places just from the videos if I was already there. Yeah, but you weren't playing the video like JRE sim, right? I mean, I ain't gonna judge, but you know, my job is to keep them safe, and my people, my responsibility to take care of them. But is it that they've all gone home, Chuck? It's past working hours. It was a demo fab. Good decision as well to not jump the gun. They'd be on the same level as jumping up and down on the chair. So no, I agree. Anyway, each of their own. Each of their own. Yeah, like I said, just not for me personally. It would be very cool to have a butt kicker type of thing going on for TSW. I wonder if you could do it, because it basically, like when you go over like gaps in the rail, the controller vibrates, so the game is giving out some information. So if it just uses that same logic for something like a butt kicker, you can have a hell of a more immersive experience. Final level of autism. I think autism has a final level. The things that you'll hear get crazier by the day. We need network rail enhancement packs. I was taking them so long. Network. What do you mean network rail enhancement packs? We've got enhancement packs that, like for example, the RHTT stuff. There's a mod that puts the network rail livery on it. My little one has been sleeping for like 4 hours at this point, which is incredible. She's going to make a hell of a lot of noise when she wakes up. It's about completing all the work until the orders are completed. They have every facilities to make them feel at home here. Good on you, man. Good on you, Chuck, honestly. It's very important to have people like you in charge. It can make all the difference. And you know what? The end product ends up being better. I think that's what a lot of businesses skip. If they just focus a bit more on that sort of thing. Like if I'm working for a company and I'm very well looked after and I'm genuinely very happy, I'm going to give it my all. But if I feel like I'm being treated like crap a little bit and I'm not being appreciated, I'm going to be asking myself, well, why am I going to give my 100% to the company? I love mods, but I hate how they have to be made because I have to kind of do simple. I mean, Fab, I think it's bad enough that mods sort of improve the game, but it's worse when a mod has to be released to fix a bug, like the PIS bug that's affecting all the core trains currently, where it's making them all say not in service. A mod fixed that within a week. That's the thing. It's not just that somebody has managed to fix it. They've managed to fix it with speed. And then you will hear, oh, release schedule this is stuck in release schedule, this is stuck in QA, this and that. Mate, get to work. In the nicest way possible. Get to work, man, because that's what somebody's done. They've seen a problem and they've gotten to work and sorted it out and put it out for everyone. Well, if you're on PC, of course. If you're on console, you still have to deal with it. Nabil, oh man, I have no answer for you. I don't have an answer, man. I hope it will come at some point. I'm in the same stand where you stand. I hope it will come one day. I need to make a list. I need to make a list and then prioritize all the things that I need to do, whether it's making videos, editing, writing scripts, adding emotes, doing whatever. That's how I work best. I need organization. Otherwise I forget, I deprioritize, it just becomes a bit of a mess. Bit of a slop job. Time to go. It was good to catch up with you all. Good night, everyone. Thanks for the sub. No worries at all, Chuck, man. Thank you for all the gifteds. Thank you for coming up, showing up. Like I said, it's always a pleasure, man. Always good seeing you. Hopefully see you a bit more. I'm glad to hear health-wise you're doing better, business is doing well. I'm so happy for you, man. Honestly, God is good, man. Have a good night, my man. Take it easy, look after your health and yourself, and hopefully catch you again before too long. These little lag spikes really annoy me, but it's true, they really got to stop giving out these excuses. The reason I say excuses because it feels like that's really annoying. Yeah, well, I mean, apparently nothing can be done about the lag spikes. That is just, again, apparently a quirk with Unreal Engine. Does the Medway Valley line suffer from those? That would be very telling of whether truly it's Unreal Engine and nothing can be done, or whether it's an optimization issue. Someone made the scenario with the 187 on Stuttgart Heilbronn and said he don't need the 147. Interesting. And he made it recently. Finally, you can use these emojis too. Yes. Yes. They're underused and undervalued. They should be used more. If you know how much I paid for the animated ones, you'll be very upset with me. For the logo, the new logo, and the emotes, you'll be very upset with me. Anyway, it is what it is. Hello, Mr. Snipes. How you doing? Congratulations on your gifted. Max throttle. I better not get used to that. Well, I wonder if I did get used to it, because I had a big issue with wheel slip with the 147, but it seemed somewhat sensible. It's raining here, so that most. Really? Oh, you know what? It's quite cloudy. I don't think it's... Yeah, no, it's not raining here, but it is fairly cloudy. Like, it could start spitting a little bit at any given moment. I'll be honest, but say I'm on a i7-700, only get 2 lag spikes doing a full run of that line compared to when I go to a different line. Makes sense, makes sense. I would assume it's an optimization issue, I'm not going to lie. I've learnt quite a while ago to not really take what we get told at face value. Trouble is DTG use their own bespoke version of UE and they can't get much support from Unreal Garden problems with the engine. Is that a known though, Amaze? I know they have actually said they use their own version of it, but is it a known that they can't get much support with Unreal Engine? And it does seem that, you know, a new developer will enter the fray and sort of do what apparently couldn't be done. That's happened a few times now. Took my dog on a car ride and a walk and he steamed up the whole... I'm sure he had a great time though, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Okay, that's a known denim maze. Okay. It has some validity to it, which is completely. There's nothing you can't really. I can't. No one can argue against that. But when somebody comes and sort of disproves that particular point, like I said, it's happened a few times. I think it does warrant anything that they say from that moment forward does warrant quite a bit of doubt. I popped in to get some sushi. I managed to get Steam up every window in a few minutes. Is he quite a big fella then? Fortnite uses Unreal Engine if you're having little lag spikes. Fortnite uses Unreal Engine. Except of course the competitor only does. There's a new game that recently came out, Screamer, that uses Unreal Engine. A lot of Unreal Engine games don't have the problems we see. However, none of them do exactly what this does in terms of traveling long distance at speed. Because what we get told is the reason for the lag spikes is when new tiles have to load, which happens because you're moving away from one tile to another. And I'm trying to think to Subway Sim 2. Subway Sim 2 I can't really talk on because I've had various issues with that. I'm going to give it another go at some point soon. Subway Sim 2 wouldn't be a good comparison because that's also a train sim on the Unreal Engine although it's a later version. So yeah, until we have a direct comparison, all we can really do is take what they say as the truth. Some third parties are more creative in their problem solving. I mean, you kind of do what you gotta do as long as it's not a detriment to another area of the game or to the playing experience. I feel like what they do what needs to be done, and that's okay. He's a Mastiff. Only fits on my car with the back seats down and goes in the boot. If you box the whole car shape, you have your own little like bass booster. Subwoofer, that's what I wanted to say, subwoofer. Tiles could be made bigger though. But then wouldn't that bring down performance in general? If the tiles were bigger and they had more to them. I don't understand the tiles thing though. You look at something like the Mildmay line. If you have ever driven on that line and gone up a little bit and looked around, Johannes has modelled like the entire London. Like you just see it until like the horizon is just full. So, and yes, that route does have its issue and it does suffer. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Just weird, isn't it? Just weird. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Snipes. I don't know why it hasn't showed up anywhere. But I've got the email for it, which means it happened a while ago. Thank you. You like TSW or TSC better? I like TSC in some areas and I like TSW in some areas. I can't say overall one is better than the other. It depends on what area we're talking specifically. A lot is based on what consoles can handle. Consoles have to share video and game and PC a lot more. Yes, yeah. I mean, although they say they develop content for PCs first and then wind it down for consoles, I don't know. I don't know exactly how things are done. All I know is I want them done better. I wish they were done better. Alright, we've got 35 minutes to go. Nothing on the journey mode will fill that gap. What about timetable stuffs? I haven't seen the blue one today. Right, I've got about 35 minutes. They all do the same job, don't they? Okay. What should we do for the last 35 minutes? What do you guys want to see? I wish CSW added the feature to carry on the route if you own the DLC connecting the times correctly. Yeah, I feel like route hopping is just a plaster where maybe stitches should have been applied. My Instagram just shows the reality. No, I appreciate that, but honestly. I came in with the sync rate properly. Ah, okay. Did you follow then as well, or did you follow more recently? Usually it'll be about 2 or 3 minutes between a follow and then me getting the email about it. Hello, I Love White. Just found my channel. Great. Hope you like it. I don't believe that, honestly. Develop the console first. It would that would make a bit more sense. You look at everything and that it makes a bit more sense, but because it would be a ton of work to do it the other way around, let's be honest. And with how quickly they try to get stuff out, it just wouldn't be feasible for their business. I'm on a West Coast mainline strap on the Class 90. Oh, nice. On an Intercity, nice. Have you got the livery from Creators Club? Gospel Oak. Oh, you want to see the Suffragette line, King? I don't mind that. It's a thing already, sorry, Fab, yeah. It works by if there are 2 routes that can be linked. On one of them, on either of them, you'll see a portal. So you walk towards that portal. It asks you if you want to go to the other route, and then you say yes, and then it plops you onto the other route. Nothing super special, in all honesty. Yeah, let's do a bit of Suffragette line then. Why not? Oh, hello. Oh, it's just called Interesting. Right, let's do it right now. It's 19:28 at the moment. 7:28 p.m. Let's try and do it as per reality, as close as we can get to reality. So let's use live weather right now. Should be fairly clear with a bit of clouds. Let's do live weather. Update now, and then let's take the 1931. Oh, I did 42, I think. Doesn't matter. All right, Fab, take care. Thank you very much for hanging around today. Sounds a little shoddy on the Class 90 thing. There's a sound bug. Really? What do you mean when you say shoddy? No worries, Amaze. No worries. I'm not sure there's a quick way to type it. So usually if I see something aimed at someone else in chat, I'll like sort of let that discussion play out. I won't really like butt in. Why is it nighttime? I can confirm, looking out my window, it's not nighttime. I'm gonna do a daytime run. It's meant to be the evening. Ryanair safety demo also mentions vaping additionally to smoking is not allowed. I mean, fair. Makes sense, no? Vapors can annoy me sometimes. Because you'll be on a bus. And then the person beside you is just vaping. Like, that's not okay. Just because it's not a cigarette. Alright, let's do this then. Guess that happens. So I guess so, yeah. There's always a reason for a rule to be put in place. Can't really describe it. To listen to the Class 90 in a minute, you might hear what I'm hearing. Well, I'm not driving it no more. Not driving it anymore, Grandma. I didn't notice anything too bad with it myself. However, I'm not like super familiar with it in reality, so it could just be that. Let's see if I remember how to drive this thing.
TPWS and AWS operational.
It's so weird hearing this in a game. So weird. Very basic GSMR. How cool would it be to have these working, man? I always say this, even if these were static images. If they were just static images of the station, I wouldn't mind. Anything but having them just be completely off. I wonder how far development's gone here as well. This was basically, when I moved out of the area, this was basically how it looked. I wonder how far they've gotten. I do like that these doors, yeah, they do it at different times as well. Interesting. I do like though that they close but they remain unlocked. We've needed that. How have they done that since? I don't think they have done that since. They did it for this one and that was it. Other trains also operate the same way though, that we have in the game and have come out since this route. Happy they did the screens. These are very accurate as per reality. There's one for the screens. Yes, that was also the same for the Class 700 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Also crazy that it was done as a mod first, eh? But yeah, that mod had like a live feed, which I believe was like the biggest issue. If there was a mod that just put just a static image there, man. Honestly, as annoying as it would be, even if it was the same image every time, I would really like it if it was relevant to the station that you're at. But even if it wasn't that, just to have something there, man. Trace Classic does it. Also, the horn looks like it's like pressed to the right. Oh no, it's just that it's sticking out. It's a weird like 3D effect. I'll never forget streaming this one time on TSW4. And it was so laggy. So laggy. It ruined the whole stream. Because I remember the stream was doing like exceptionally well for some reason that day. Am I a train driver? Not at the moment, but I am going for it. I've applied for it. I have an assessment for it that I'm really looking forward to. It should be good fun next week. So wish me luck. You can spot a 166 hiding away there. It was a real train driver that commented on this train, who drives these trains in reality, who set me up for how I apply my throttles. He said they do 50% up to 10 miles an hour, and then anything beyond that. And I've always done that since, no matter where or what I've driven. Another one livery 66 with some cargo line aggregate wagons. Thank you, Amaze. Thank you, Isle of Wight as well. Appreciate it. The practice material looks promising. It's like it really is like my type of thing. It's like a bunch of puzzles, but like it's just sort of stuff to get your brain going a little bit. But it's things that like I enjoy doing in my free time anyway. So it worked out really well. So yeah, quite hopeful for it. But I do hope that the practice material is actually relevant to the real thing, because time and time again in the past, I've looked at practice material, got myself familiarized with it, gone to do the real thing. What on earth am I looking at? Happened fairly recently, actually, funnily enough. Yeah, that would be an incredible privilege. I just wonder if I'm going to be driving automatically operated trains or manual. Would be very cool if it was the new Piccadilly line trains. I'd be very chuffed with that. I mean, I've been in the cab of one already, and it's a very pleasant place to be. Very pleasant place. There's also a simulator that I want to have a go at, but it's inconvenience. I really have to go out of my way to go and have a go on it. You love this route. It feels at home, is it? Nice, man. Happy for you, bro. Don't tell them you play trains and doesn't go down well. Really? I thought if anything that would be a plus. What? How? Why? It's a shame how bare the station is, man. There should be like underground services all here, C2C services here and here, underground services here, hella freight, like constant freight. The hell is this doing here? Bakerloo Line Special. What the heck is this doing here? What do you mean Bakerloo Line Special? What are you doing here? Not at the moment, King. Not at the moment. I work on the infrastructure, but not actually driving trains. I remember always standing at the platform next to the stairs. That's amazing, man. It's almost like we share the same body. Crazy. You think your attitude towards the real life. Ah. Okay. I hear it. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. I'll bear that in mind. That's a shame. That's a shame. Was it? Do you think it was like a general mentality, or was it like a bad apple? One or two bad apples. I've complained about that before. Another American. I've been to Bath before. It's busy. Yeah. Man, that was my local station when this route came out, and just yuck. Just yuck. I'm surprised no one's gone super hard in making a timetable like as a mod, but then realistically it's like a one station out of the whole route and everything else is fairly fine, so it's not really that deep. This is the depot where you'd see a bunch of them outside, but it's dead. Shouldn't that have alerted me, considering there's a speed reduction? I had a mate who paid the 4620 stub because he looked for a job with the TOC users trades. He saw no job. I wonder if they've had like a bad experience with someone before, or maybe several, where people who were players of Train Sim just had a particular problem with them. Tried again a couple of years later, didn't mention TSW and got the job. Right, so I see why. Yeah, okay. Sure, there could have been some other factors, but it is very possible that could have been the case. Matter of fact, I got asked if I play train sims from them. Yeah, I would have thought it was a positive thing. I would have thought it was a positive thing. From speaking to like colleagues at work, there are a lot of people that actually kind of enjoy that. And again, I guess there are a lot of variables in it, but yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting to know. It's good to know. GTA play plan for a driving instructor job. Well, I would hope they wouldn't base their decision on whether somebody plays GTA or not. I guess it's potentially a little bit different when it comes to train sim because of the realism involved. I mean, yeah, I would expect them to be quite chuffed at that because that's a whole lot of like learning that they don't have to teach, basically. Like there's quite a bit that I knew instantly when I was doing my training for my position, because of TSW. Depends on the assessors. Yeah. You do get some really anal ones. And you never know when you might meet somebody on a bad day and they decide to take it out on you. Looks like it might start coming down a little bit. I wouldn't be too mad at that. We actually surprisingly haven't had any rain at all today. I do wonder if the Class 90 journey mode suffers from that annoying thing that sometimes happens where all the runs in a chapter take place in one day. On one date. I know they don't want people who come across as know-it-alls, or for example, show up and start arguing the recruiters about which is a better than they're gonna put in. Yeah. So that kind of like pridefulness and just no one really likes that character. Just don't be that type of person. It's often to people who play hardcore train sims. Yeah, you still have to be sensible and mature, man. But to be honest, though, somebody of that character, I would rather they don't be the driver of a train that I'm, going to ride in. I think if I really wanted to, I could sneak a cheeky cab ride in one of these. But rather not risk it. Oh no. Oh no. Let me stop at Leytonstone High Road first. These ones are 45 minutes long though, aren't they? I didn't even check. Might have to cut it short, depending on how it goes. Sound squelching is so annoying, man. Oh, passenger on the tracks. With their luggage on all. What a shock. Would Transport for London be happy with that? I can tell you no. I can tell you absolutely not. You're okay. You're okay. It's too hot for you. Let's unravel you. Unwrap you. Go. Better? Okay, she'll hear me. Watch the trains go by. Yeah? Look. 710. Class 710. That's gonna be your first words. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna reach the end of this. No chance. Alan Thompson, hello, how are you doing? Whoa, I missed a lot of chat. 45 definitely. No sound. No sound? At least here there are a lot of people with that kind of personality. They're mostly hardcore train fans. Of course not all of them, but you can definitely see a pattern. And those are usually the kind of people who don't want being passionate. It's a good thing. Just not to an extreme. Yeah. Don't let the teal for lies guys see that. No, listen. I can tell you for a fact, mate. No. They wouldn't want to see that. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. You're not happy about that at all. That's okay. It's just a bug. She's very upset about that. Hope you're doing well, Alan. Thank you very much, mate, for the class 90. Naturally, with the current situation, there's been a lot of criticism about it from my end, just from what I've experienced personally. Haven't seen the video that you've put out yet. I have been told about it on multiple occasions this afternoon. I will check it out and post a response to that. It's okay. It's okay. I'll take it to your mum in a sec. So I'll post a response to that. Once that's done, I feel like, especially when it comes to criticism, there's a burden on me to respond to when things are done about certain things. And so, yeah, that will be done. Yeah, hoping it does get sorted out ASAP, man. I know it's not always the issue from a third party's perspective. It's not like in their power. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, it comes down to what we as customers get in our hands, you know? Okay, give me a second. Right, let's sort you out then. Right, sorry. Yeah, so I was just saying, ultimately, the way I tend to look at things is, what have I got from a consumer perspective in my hands? And regardless of sort of what might have happened along the way or what kind of caused this issue to be here or whatever, shouldn't really be much of the customer's concern, but what is going to be the concern of the customer is if something's obviously not working well. So that's usually how I tend to look at things. But yeah, from what I've been hearing, it does sound positive for the future. There's a reason why I titled my video "Don't Buy It Yet," because I'm very hopeful about what you guys have for the future. Everything that you've hinted towards from the preview stream has been very positive from your own streams as well. And yeah, with how Manchester Airport commuter turned out, that's a great DLC. I said earlier, great attention to detail, which really matters to me personally, especially when it comes to immersion. It's little bits here, little bits there, little bits here of attention to detail that come together to make a really good experience. And Manchester Airport was brilliant, especially like Manchester Piccadilly outside of the station, like the little bus stop area, the junction. I don't know, I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So I've got high hopes for it. It's a shame that the release has gone the way it has, but very much looking forward to the future, and hopefully making a U-turn on everything that I've said. And thank you as well, Alan, for coming out, speaking on the matter. The worst thing I think a developer can do in this situation is just stay silent and just let the brew boil over and bubble and bubble and bubble, and you know, speculations are coming out, and if there were good intentions, and why isn't the person saying anything? You look at some previous examples, Rivet tend to go very quiet when things go wrong. Athena simulations, let's not even go there. So it's not usually a good look, in all honesty, when there's just radio silence. So I think as a community, I can speak on behalf of, we're very thankful that you have come out and address the concerns. Even though I haven't heard it myself personally, I'll watch the video later on after the stream. But the fact that it's been done speaks a lot. So yeah, appreciate that, man. Baby's waiting for no train. Absolutely not. She does not care. It's all about food. Same when I review content. Sorry, not worry, mate. Solid. Have I played the rail route? What do you mean the rail route, JFK? Mac is too short, though decent quality, however. Yeah, it would have been nice to have it go a bit longer, but I think for a first effort, I think it's always something to bear in mind. Solid. Not to say we can't have any bangers for a first effort. I mean, the Czech route, it just blew me away from day dot. But yeah, we would have done things very differently if we were starting it again. Really interesting. Well, I guess you can now carry the lessons learned forward, and if and when a route DLC is planned in the future, you guys bloody smash it out of the park, man. Oh, it's a game, JFK. No, I haven't played it then, clearly. I haven't played it. I like the little leaves effect, yeah? It's nice to have leaves floating about. Wow, this is atrocious. This is atrocious. There's just little piles of leaves everywhere, and then as you get closer to them, they just start levitating. As if like you've casted like a magic spell. I need to emergency brake here. As if you've casted like a magic spell on them and they start spinning around. It's so unnatural. What a horrible execution of it. I like the idea, it's cute, but it's horribly executed. I think in Rösti Ignored, one of the older routes, the German routes, it's been done really well. On a few German routes, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually been done really well. Very natural. You got them falling down from the trees or just blowing away in the wind. What is that? Why is bus driver not on the schedule? Bus driver? Oh, well. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. If it comes, great. If not, I can't imagine a dedicated stream. You know what? You and Jackson keep at it, and there might just be a dedicated stream. I've done ridiculousness before, but as it stands, I just don't think it will really. Magic is always proves it. How many this is this? JFK, how many this is this? I'm not quite sure how many this is this actually. Please imagine part of the African lung. I haven't seen those videos for so long. What did he used to say? Ele, ele. I always had a big mouth. It's hard for me to stay quiet at the best of times, let alone when we're the ones in the wrong and reviewing content as part of the community for 10 years. To be honest, mate, you've been around for, and when it comes to presence on the scene, I don't think there's many that can undervalue in that aspect. I've got quite a mouth myself, hence why I didn't really think I was even going to be an ambassador, solely because of that. I'm quite surprised that it was offered to me, and I haven't swayed from that, and I don't intend to. I think it's needed. I think it's necessary. It's important, and it has an effect. It causes changes. So, yeah. Mac was short because of the ball lake dev process to change teams and are now using our own in-house teams for route building. Oh, nice. You've seen something didn't really work in an ideal manner and did something about it. It sounds like complete common sense, but to some it's wizardry, mate. You try something, it didn't work, so you just go about it a different way and try and do even better than last time. Absolute wizardry. Look forward to it cooking up next island. So am I. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So am I. I'll remain waiting patiently with everyone else. How many emergency brakes already? 1. That's the only one today, JFK. Why? What do you want me to say? It's the 5th. I'm such a terrible train driver. Is that what you want me to say? Thank you, Nabil. How many more we got? Oof, quite a bit, yeah. I'm going to wrap it up at the next stop, I think, after South Tottenham. Will we ever see the engine room? Good question. I'm having severe deja vu. Deja vu always really blows my mind in a really scary way. This exact chat, I feel like I've seen it already. Really weird. Really weird. Remember the scenario where you drove to South Tottenham to drop off football fans? I don't, but I can imagine it was just like any other timetable service. Those scenarios are very interesting. I remember the sightseeing one. There was a sightseeing one where half the stadiums that you're told about aren't actually visible in the game, which was interesting. Yeah, I use the word interesting a lot, but that was very interesting. You haven't modeled what you potentially should have, and then you put a scenario focused around that. Yeah. Engine room, never say never, but it's not top of our list currently. The engine room brings quite a small amount of gameplay for a shed ton of work and poly counts. That's valid. I think, to be fair, Alan, I think when it comes to simulation, the details really do matter. So, for example, with the CD750 on the Czech room, that's got an engine room. Now you can turn on the safety systems from there, but you could also just keyboard sort of shortcut it or find another way around it. And apart from those things, there's not really too much going on. I like the fact that you can check the oil like a car. I guess I feel like it's just more. And for example, if I go to a completely different simulator, like OMSI 2, for example, in OMSI 2, in a lot of the buses, you can sort of open the hood and see the engine running. You can't do anything with it, but you can see it. And yes, that's a lot less work than a train engine room would be, but I feel as train simmers, even though there may not be a ton to do in the engine room, you could make use of, maybe in scenarios, for example, what little there is to do there. And I think just having it makes the loco a bit more complete as well. I know it's a ton more work, and I mean, that's the life of development, right? Everything is just work. But I think there is a lot of value in having one. I mean, I think it makes more sense to do one when you need to interact with it, like in the case with the DSD. I think if there's nothing at all to do there, it's not that deep. Like 99% of the German locos, as an example, don't have enterable engine rooms, but there's also no need to do them. You know, sometimes you can do the PZB and CIF and whatever from the back panel. Sometimes it's over on the side, so you're not really actually missing out on any potential gameplay. So I guess if you do come out with another loco in the future, for example, and there's actually no need to do an engine room, I don't think people would mind too tough. But if it does play a crucial part in locomotive operation, I think it should be there. Take care, Amaze. Thank you very much for hanging around, mate. You spoke to someone as well. Love the one on ECW, the 171, where you spoke to someone on the platform. And after that ended, they just walked away. It's better than nothing, I guess. Football stadiums are a nightmare licensing-wise, trust me. Really? Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I guess then maybe if you had something representative of it, I think that would have done okay. But the ones we have in the game are pretty decent, right? The Brighton one looks fairly good. The Cardiff one definitely looks quite off. I think as long as there's some resemblance, you know, I think that would be fine. For those who want the full stadium experience, please. FIFA is there for all to enjoy. If it was a diesel, yes, of course, for electrics, really only the brake frame you would interact with. Horses for course, some people don't use it, some do. It comes down to what source. Yeah, absolutely. There are, it's not black and white. It's not black and white at all. And I would hope, you know, most people do understand that. Right, how do we get green lanes? I will leave it here. Let's see how accurate this is actually. Where's the McDonald's? There should be a Mackie. Oh my god, this is atrocious. The funny thing is, the road network is actually on point, but just there should be a McDonald's, and then these should be like supermarkets. Those should be supermarkets. There should be like a big thing here, like a sign that Medway Valley have incorporated that shows you like that there's a Sainsbury's here as the McDonald's. Finsbury Park. Yep, Finsbury Park is there. Bunch of this whole strip is just Turkish shops. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it there for today. Take care, King. Thank you very much for hanging around. No need for engine room, but what should be a must is a switch between cabs, like in the 147. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised about that. I never really considered that ever being a thing, but yeah, I like that. Some stadiums are fine, others are very protective of the shape, especially if it's used in logos or the stadium has a team's name. That's sensible, I think. That's sensible. That makes sense. And I think it's fairly understandable as well. That's a whole different ball game when we go into that side of things. The money that's expected, and it's just a whole other ball game. Big warehouse. What isn't there, JFK, is a big warehouse. If they've got McDonald's hidden away inside there, fair enough, mate. But something tells me that's not the case. All right, Alan Thompson. Thank you very much. It's weird calling you your full name. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate you stopping by, mate. Look forward to what you've got coming up in the future, both in patch updates and also content. Good luck with it, mate. Yeah, look forward to everything you've got coming. Everyone else, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the gifts, the follows, the subs. It's all been very much appreciated. It's been great having you guys around, having a chat, many chats this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow with some more Class 90 action. And hopefully I shall catch you guys then. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, please do feel free to type in !Discord in chat. You'll get the schedule, any other bits of information relevant, and just an environment to just have a chat about anything that we do on stream. Until next time, vice versa, Mr. Snipes. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until the next one, peace out. I'm on the wrong screen. Bear with us one moment. Peace out.